Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool. Tear it down. 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 Lose it on my cardio. I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down. 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 Everybody eating this a party one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tearing out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no top, cause I be really out my mind. When the head don't work, I guarantee they get the line.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They run with a fourth-year man. This is Damian Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. They run again with Harris. And some room to work. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Patriots at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Harris running straight ahead. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Fields. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. They'll roll him out right. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there. And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it right side with Cannon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Fields looking end zone for Jones. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Velus Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. First carry now for Pierre Strong. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that's just a pile of bodies there. And now that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. Give him 18 on the play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 43. Watch out. Switch.
Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 32. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll run with Strong. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They run for it with Harris. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll try the right side with Harris. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Folks' kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They'll run on first down with Cannon. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 14. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Fields. This is caught. And he's brought down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago. Here's Fields on the sneak. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Fields rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. One more time, it's Cannon. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. A slant to Jones. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
Straight ahead, this is Cannon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Trenton Cannon, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Flushed out right. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
On first down, it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On second down, Montgomery. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now it's Fields. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On 1st down, Purdy. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Purdy. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go again with Cannon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. A nice little juke, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 49 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because Every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
That's the way. My game. Let's get it. Switch.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. That's caught at the 3. Touchdown, Bears. Kari Blossingame, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Patriots 3. Cairo Santos, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Zappe now on 1st and 10. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An option handoff given to Harris. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 64 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Play fake, and now here's Zappe. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Bears.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Chicago, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for New England, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.